Hello, my lovelies. It's you here from Going Through a Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message finds you blessed and full of abundance as always, my sweets. I'm here to bring you, hopefully, some clarity, some understanding. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. I like this. So I'm chilling in my robe. I got this robe for Christmas, and I felt like just being really comfy, cozy. So I'm going to be comfy and cozy, okay? Cool. Wow. Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Cups. Yeah. So before... Okay, I almost fell, sorry. So before, I was hearing the right lover knows what to do. The right lover knows what to do. Okay? So for some of you, there could have been some kind of clarity or like a lack of clarity or some kind of confusion or something like that. Some kind of fogginess or illusionary energy around like who to choose or which way to choose or what path to choose to walk down. Spirit is saying like, you are going to be guided towards the right path. So they want you to have faith in that. Not in Pentacles. Take your time, yeah, and listen. Still your mind and really tune in and listen. Because the Knight of Pentacles is somebody that might take a little bit of time to get there, but they're gonna come through. So this person, whoever this King of Cups is, they might be taking their time to come through, but they are going to come through. But in the meantime, Spirit is saying, empower yourself, really work on your spirit of discernment. I'm hearing Spirit say that. Put yourself out there. Go out there. Learn. Yeah, Nine of Swords. There is this fear and this anxiety here, Eight of Cups, about walking away or about doing something that's going to stop something from happening, or Spirit is saying no. Like, just lean into your path. Lean into your journey. Lean into where you know you're being guided to go. And you're going to meet the right people, at the right time. Just walk forward with the lessons and the experience that you've already learned, and there's some kind of fear of lack. Like, I won't know. I won't be capable. I won't be able. Something like that is what's stopping like this Eight of Cups energy from really manifesting thoroughly. And a lot of you really want to walk away from this, want this to leave you, or want to walk away from it, want to let it go, want to leave it behind. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, but you feel like Spirit is saying that there's something here that you haven't addressed. Some like deeper issue here that you have not addressed. And that is why you're holding back. That is why you're feeling fear. That is why you're feeling anxiety. Six of Wands, for some of you, it could be a fear of success or a fear of being seen, a fear of your light being shown. Yeah, you might be afraid of the challenges or the difficulties that will be along the way. Okay. But I feel like you're going to conquer these things. Spirit is saying like you have everything that you need. Yeah. To manifest this brand new beginning with that Ace of Cups there. Okay. Yeah. Empress. You have everything that you need inside of you. Knight of Swords. And there's this kind of forceful energy. Like, I need to know. Like, I want to know right now. I want to figure it out right now. I want to know 20 steps ahead of what's happening right now. And Spirit is saying that something about this is really... it's some type of form of manipulation that you're doing to yourself, okay? It could be a form of self-sabotage, Seven of Swords. It's sneaky, it's insidious, it's hidden in plain sight. It's fear. And it could be rationale, like, oh, like your egotistical, your 3D mind wants to tell you, oh no, your fears are rational because this has happened to you in the past, or this and that. It's like, oh, I can pull up 15 examples right now from your past that would make you feel like, no, this is impossible, it can't happen. Something like that. And that is, honestly, it's not going to work. It's not going to fly. It's not going to work. Yeah, Queen of Cups. There's something here about being very emotional and being very vulnerable, especially here. This could be something like evolving your career. It could be about evolving, because I tried to say involving, but evolving came out. So in evolving your career, taking it to the next step, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. If you're like a content creator, this is that. Oh, I've been wanting to make content that's like this, but it's so different from what I'm making now. Should I make a second channel, or should I do this? Should I do that? Oh, I'll have this side project that I really want to work on, but it's completely different. Or I really want to make this music, but it's completely different than anything I've ever made before in the past. I really want to write about this subject matter, or write in this genre, but it's something completely different. I really want to go into this career path, but it's something completely different. It's a completely different new direction that I've never branched into. And I have this hesitation holding me back of, is this going to be worth it? I'm weighing. And there's something here about like your logical brain actually holding you back, because it's not actually logic. It's actually more fears. But you've been taught that this fear mentality or this anxiety mentality, um like one mentality that I really had to drop, um was that I always thought my whole life, or that I was taught my whole life, that you know think about the worst that could happen so that you're prepared, so that when less than the worst happens, you're fine, you feel relieved, you're good. But if the worst does happen, you're prepared for it. And I, very early on in my spiritual journey, was awakened to the fact that either that mentality, that paradigm did not really work well for me, because it constantly had me manifesting things into my life as the worst thing. Because for some of you out there, you might be that manifester, and what you put your energy into, that's what you get, right? So it's not, oh, I'm planning things out, I'm preparing. No, what you're doing is manifesting that worst thing. And then when it comes into your life, you were like, I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. And it keeps you kind of locked in or lost in this kind of fear mentality, lack mentality, anxiety mentality of always constantly like catastrophizing, right? Catastrophizing as a survival technique, right? And spirit is saying there's something about that you need to let go of. If you haven't been working on it, you need to work on it, and you really need to let go of it, because it might work for some people, and you might have thought that it was really working for you in the past, but there's something here about that. For some of you, that's not going to be for everybody, but if it resonates, let it resonate. I don't know why, but for some reason, my right eye is like so dry. I feel like I had like my eye felt completely normal, and then I blinked and I opened my eye and I felt like my eye was in the desert. I don't know if that's a symbol or a sign for somebody. I felt guided to share it. Woo! Yeah, now that I've talked about it, it's gone. So justice showed itself, as well as the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Four of Wands. I'm hearing if you want this, you're going to have to create it and go out there and grab it for yourself. It's kind of this energy. I'm feeling like the energy of a really prominent, like masculine spirit guide stepping forward, okay? And the spirit guide is saying, like, if you want to hold that prize in your hand, like, spirit can lay it down, right? Spirit can lay it down out there amongst your path. So they're showing me, like, they're kind of animating this card and showing me this person like walking down the path, right? And then they come upon this Ace of Pentacles and they hold it up. They're like, wow, oh my God, Ace of Pentacles, that's amazing. But that person never would have found that if they had just stayed right there in their little house, stayed right there in their comfort zone, never said, you know what, I'm going to go past the limits of my farm or the limits of my property and actually go out on this journey that spirit is guiding me to take. And for some of you, this could be about being guided to a specific event, being guided to work down a specific path, make a specific type of content, go to a specific location, go to a particular meeting, take a particular opportunity, and Spirit is saying, like, you will find this Ace of Pentacles that you are wanting along the path, but you have to get onto the path. You got to jump a little bit into your masculine energy and start mapping out that path and being like, look, I got to go here. I got to go here. I got to go here. This could be about goal setting, about getting a lot better at goal setting many goals for yourself, visualizing your outcome. I'm hearing that visualization techniques are really strong for you. So especially for some of you, there's something here about something about really powerful about a vision board. A vision board might be really powerful for some of you. There's something here about looking at pictures or looking at images that just kind of allow that, like, it kind of suspends that kind of lack energy here, and it just sometimes it just aligns up and just straight into your life, you know? So there's something here about a vision board for some of you. Something here, just visualizing or using your mind to manifest, to really visualize an outcome, visualize how you'll feel, visualize the goals that it'll take to get there. Start making effort towards going towards those goals, you know? That spirit guide is saying that you will find this place, right? So this Ace of Pentacles is being represented here by this Four of Wands. So for some of you, it could be a place that feels like home. It could be security. It could be a foundation, a brand new foundation. It could be soul tribe members. It could be family. It could be um, for some of you, if you're out there looking for like a spiritual group or some kind of coven, or if you're out there just looking for a group of like-minded individuals, if you're looking for like some kind of business group or partnership or collaboration event or something like that, you have to go out there and find it. Spirit is saying there's some kind of energy here of you going out there and doing something, and you're going to be guided to do it. Spirit is saying, and this is your justice. It's trying to show itself to you. It's trying to bring itself to you. It's trying to manifest into your life. But there's something here about like you have to meet it halfway. Like you can't just pray and pray and pray for spirit and then sit in your home every day and never do anything and never make any, and never produce anything, or produce something and not put it out. And like it doesn't do you any good if you're like, oh my gosh, I prayed every day and spirit told me I should write a book, and I wrote a book, and then you just sit on a shelf where it sits in a file in your computer and you never publish it. Like, what's the point of that? Or you create a masterpiece and you can just keep it to yourself, like you create like this masterful works of art and then you just hang them up in your house. You don't ever put them out there, or you don't ever, make something of it. And there's something here about that is like you were given something so beautiful. You're given a good plan, like a good, like a good direction to go in. Like spirit just needs you. God needs you to pull the trigger, and make it happen. Page of Cups. Yeah. Look at that. For some of you, this is about allowing yourself to get into a much more like childlike or a much more kind of just free thinking. Like, I'm just going to do it, I'm just going to do it because I enjoy doing it. I'm just going to do it. I'm not doing it based on thinking about I'm going to make a career out of this, or I'm going to do that. But there's something here about like taking the pressure, like a performance anxiety or pressure off of yourself, and just doing it and just putting it out there. Just trying. And there's something about don't worry. Like, even if it doesn't perform the way that you think that it might, like it's going to lead to the next step. So just trust and have faith for that, and you have to believe in the divine timing of that coming around. Yeah. King of Pentacles. If you put this out there, somebody is going to want to invest in it. Oh, the Devil. Why is the Devil here? Nine of Pentacles, the devil might be urging you to kind of just sit there, to like let well enough be alone, or to let how you feel now be enough. Like, okay, well, I just won't put myself out there because of this and that, because I'm really enjoying being as tucked away in my little cocoon in my house or in my safety zone. And no, I really don't feel like dealing with people, or I don't feel like putting it out there. I just wrote this just for me, and I'm just gonna read it. I'm gonna be the only one that reads it over and over and over again. Like with that girl sitting there reading that book, and you're like, this is so good. And Spirit's like, take that journey. Take that journey, make that partnership, like go out there and do this. Exactly. Two of Wands is make plans and focus and go out there. Look, there's the Lover's card. The right lover knows the way. Or the right partner, or the right person that you're supposed to be being with, or this doesn't have to be necessarily just a person. It could represent an industry. It could represent a project. It could represent a collaboration. It could represent a group. It could represent, it's just something that you're partnering up with, but you're having to make a choice about this. You're having to make a choice, and you're sitting in a place of indecision. Like, should I really do this? Should I really put this out there? Should I really contact an agent? Should I really, you know, um, close this out and sell this and like move across the country because I feel guided to. Like, should I really do that? You know? Spirit is saying that for a lot of you with this two of wands, it's going to be so much more feasible than you really think that it's going to be. And once you start actually crunching the numbers, or actually you're like, wow, I could actually really do this. Ace of Swords, exactly. You're going to really see a truth. Once you really start putting it out there, like your fears are very quickly going to be like lulled, because you're going to be like, wow, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually accomplishing it. It's going to, there's something here about it like rolling in really quickly. The Empress. Six of Pentacles. I do have a warning though about being cautious about who you partner up with or who you help. Especially for some kind of company. For somebody here, I'm getting that with the Six of Pentacles here. I'm getting that. See how this person is standing here being the one that's actually giving this person the money, and this person is looking at them, even though they're only being able to give them that because of what this person is giving them. So there's something here about somebody wanting to stand in the middle, or somebody wanting to be, it's like, oh, we want to use your ideas, or we want to use your flow, or we want to use your words, but we want somebody else to be the face of it. Like, there's something about that. There's something about like, oh, you can be the artistic director. You're not going to be the person that's in the front. You're not going to be the person that's showed. Like, but all your ideas are going to get out there. And there's something about like, oh, that's fine, right? Like, and there's something here about that really feeling like comfortable to that devil shadow energy within you, because you're like, oh, wow, in this way, I could be getting out what spirit is telling me to do. However, I don't have to be in the light. I don't have to be the face. I don't have to stand up. I don't have to stand out. I don't have to shine. I can let somebody else. But there's something here about the fact, like, no, it's supposed to be you. It's not, you are supposed to be the face of this. Faith of this. You are supposed to have faith in this. It is not somebody else. It is you. It will fail with somebody else. Somebody here is trying to be like your doppelganger. Because see how this person has the cat here? It's reminding me of the Queen of Wands. Like, somebody here is trying to stand here and be like, I'm the young, pretty face. But the truth is, the abundance is really coming from you. Like this older, wiser person. And it doesn't, the genders don't even have to be the same. The ages could be swapped as anything. But there is something here about the fact that somebody here wants to like take your content, take your material, take this, but then they're like, with your material and with my face, like, we can actually put this out there, right? All you have to do is actually be like the smart person that actually comes up with all the ideas, that actually produces the content, and then I can be the person that the world will accept. I fit the beauty standards, or I fit this. So why don't, or if this is a company, somebody here is going to try to do this to you. Like, somebody here is going to be like, well, look at this person. Like, they don't fit the part, and they don't. So why don't you renegotiate their contract, okay? Have me be the face of it. We take their ideas, and I can be the face of it, because that I'll sell it so much better than that person can. That I'll sell it more than that person can. Nobody wants to hear from a person that looks like that what we're saying. Like, everybody wants to see a person that looks like me, that's young, or that's really has like perfect skin, or is beautiful, or is really toned, or is really skinny, or is really curvy, or whatever it is. And it's like, the people don't want to hear from that. That I sell better. That I would. However, their ideas are better. So why don't we So this person could come to you and say that. I'll be the face, you'll be the voice, you know, or it could be a company that wants to rope you into a deal like that, where it's like you produce the content, but we can give that content out to people that we feel like would sell it better, just based on looks. It's really, really, really honestly just based on looks. It's something superficial. It's something superficial. I don't know. It's like, well, people don't want to see a person that looks like you talking about what you're talking about, right? Like they don't want to see a person that's getting it out of the hood, or like in, that talks the way that you do, or looks the way that you do, or has a few extra pounds, or has acne, or does this. It's like, like people don't want to see that. They don't want that to be their truth tellers, right? What they want is like the pretty princesses that are on Instagram that look the part of a goddess. Like nobody's going to look at you and think goddess. People are going to look at them and think goddess. But it's not about that, right? It's about the actual energy. That person doesn't walk in goddess energy. Just because they look like what the social paradigm has been corrupted into feeling like is an actual representation of that, doesn't mean that that's who that person truly is. And that's exactly why it will be false. Like it will not go anywhere, right? Like it won't triumph the way that it would as you as the face, because there's something about the authenticity behind it. Don't let somebody tell you that you just don't have, or you only have a voice for radio, or what is it, a face for radio or whatever. Don't let anybody, any company, anything make you feel like that. Like, no, absolutely not. Horrifying. Like, yeah, like you get your direction straight from higher realms, like straight from above. And the material, like the 3D, what the vessel looks like is not important. Is not the most important thing. It's what the person has to say. And the fact of the matter is that if God wanted this vessel to look different, they would. How about that? If they wanted this vessel to look like a perfect, completely symmetrical, goddess, that's what they would look like. But they want you to look like you. And why the hell does what you look like not actually represent what a goddess is? And there's something here about, it's like, I don't know. It's like, there's also something here about comparing yourself to, do I really fit that role, or am I really that person? Like, do I really embody that energy? And you're comparing yourself to people who, it's like fake. It's like, you're like, oh, my skin doesn't shine like them. And Spirit's like, all the shine that their skin has is literally from like spray paint and like glitters, like splashed on their face or something like that. It's something fake. There's something here about their personality is fake. Their beauty is fake. Their this and everything is fake. It's all airbrushed. It's all face tuned. It's all whatever. It's all made up in a factory. And it's not authentic to who this person is. And there's something there about that energy is just not gonna flow right. It's not gonna flow right. It's gonna actually leave you, and it's gonna leave this business like dead in the water before it even takes off, or it's gonna leave this project dead in the water before it even takes off. Or even if it is like some kind of scenario here where it's like, oh, we'll just put somebody else's face on your book or your brand or this or that. Like, no, I'm supposed to be the face of the brand. Well, faces like yours don't sell. Mine will. And I'll take it to somebody else who sees that vision. And that's easy. That's easy peasy. And there's something here about like, it's big about like no compromise. Like, don't compromise on your vision. Don't compromise on this. Because once you start compromising, once you start letting people cross your boundaries, like they always will. 8 of Swords. Yeah, they just don't. they don't want you to see the truth of who you really are, of how magnificent you really are. Yeah, Spirit is saying just start this journey. Page of Wands. See how that little cat right there? Orange cats talk about like pregnancy, or they could talk about abundance. It reminds me of Empress energy. And again, look, there's a little gecko right there reminding you of step into this. Look, step into this King of Wands energy. There's the orange cat. Like, I'm gonna lead you here. Like, listen to me. Start on this journey, and I'm gonna lead you there. You're gonna become a master of this along the way. You're going to understand this, and you're going to get what you need along the way. Please trust and believe that. Everybody starts somewhere. And just because you're not an expert yet doesn't mean that you don't have the right to speak on or to do things. You might have only been doing it for a few years, when some people, or you might be comparing yourself to people who have been doing it for 20 years. Or you could be, filming stuff in your basement with like low quality cameras, or like me here, making it work with what you got, but you're still delivering the message out there. Like, it might not look exactly like the little perfect edited, filtered version, but the messages are true, or that the content is true. What you're getting across is true. But there's people here that want you to fear and doubt that, so that you lower your quality or lower your standards, or so be careful who you work with, be careful who you partner up with, be careful. This energy is so heavy. 8 of Cups. Exactly. Exactly. You were here worried about this, right? Worried about these challenges along the way, right? Worried here about what will meet you along the way. There's the Queen of Wands. And I talked here about that with the Six of Cups, or not Six of Cups, sorry, Six of Pentacles. Did I put it back in? I guess I did put it back in. Dang. Okay, anyway, but I talked about with that Six of Pentacles, talking about the Queen of Wands energy. If you've been being guided to rest, to relax, to find yourself, yes. Spirit is saying yes. There's something here too about coming into balance with this more shadow energy, like more like feminine void energy. Okay, here with the black cat, and it's this hermit energy, it's this Four of Swords energy, it's this rest, it's this replenishment, it's going inside, it's grounding yourself, it's finding yourself, right? And finding that energy within, right? And it's also about finding that fire energy within you as well. This is more like masculine. Go out there and create it, right? Because again, look, here's this orange cat back here in the background. Like, get out there and do it. Go out there and create it. You're being guided out there towards finding the balance between these two things. Because look, there's the black cat and the orange cat. With the world in your hand, Yeah. But you feel, hey man, Spirit is saying that for a lot of you, you feel this hangman energy as punishment. Like, stop, be still, hold on, give it time, you'll figure it out. Lay low, rest, replenish. You see it as some type of punishment. The Spirit is saying they want you to take a new direction in this. They want you to take this thought process about this in a different direction. Yeah, the Sun. They want you to see this for what it really is. They want you to see that truth of what's really happening here. Yeah, 2 cups. Every step that you take, wow, I just threw that off the table. Every step that you take is bringing you closer to this Two of Cups energy. Every time that you choose yourself, that you reestablish your boundaries, that you decide to be open and vulnerable instead of deciding to close down, every single time you decide to go inside instead of locking it out or numbing yourself, every time you decide to take that step that your past self wouldn't have taken, you know, those are the seeds, the Seven of Pentacles, those are the seeds. You're going to be getting this fruit, right? When you are sowing those seeds in the light, sowing those seeds in the light of truth and your own personal truth, right? I really feel like there's a big decision coming up for a lot of you, and it is going to be because I heard that should I stay or should I go? And Spirit is telling you, leave that old paradigm behind with that Two of Wands, right? Thinking about the traditional right away Two of Wands, where it's like the person in that there's the one wand, and they've let go of that one wand, and now they have their hand on the other wand, right? With the world in their hand, leading forward. Six of Cups, yeah. Spirit wanted you to be here, right here, until you saw this truth, or till you realize this truth. Yeah, Spirit wants you to know, like, no one's holding you back, no one's holding you up, like, nobody has the power to do that, because what is yours is yours. Ace of Wands, exactly. Choose that new wand. There's so many newness here, but you're not seeing it for what it is. You're seeing it as in conflict of the direction that you want to go, or in your past self, or you're just seeing the conflict of it instead of seeing the solutions that it's providing. Yeah, so I'm hearing that little finger speech, chaos is a ladder, right? But in his speech, it was about causing chaos, causing disorder, to take advantage and when to create chaos and to create disorder and to create a power vacuum, so that he could fill it, And this is more about you seeing that Spirit is tearing down things or taking away things or causing disorder in your life because you are walking in directions, or because you are manifesting with people, or because you are choosing things that do not serve your highest purpose. And when Spirit says, like, this will end when you let it go. When you let go of that tower and just let it fall. Because you are in the process right now of just holding on to it. Holding on to it. It's something very deep. It's something very, buried, very deep. Very, very deep. Because here on this hangman, right? So you need to understand, this hangman has put themselves there. They're holding that key in their hands. They can unlock their hands, unlock their feet anytime they want to. They're the ones that have chained themselves up to their broom and told their broom, okay, lift me up, and I'm going to sit here and hang upside down. I have the key right here in my hand. So whenever I'm ready, I can unlock this. And I definitely think it has something here to do with your root chakra. So it could be your past and then your heart chakra, where these two locks are. But Spirit is saying, like, you have the key. The key is right here in your hands. So that's why I'm saying there's something locked deep inside of you. Right? And you're getting very distracted, or you're getting very much so like, it must be outside of me. It must be from foreign forces. It must be some it must be people turning against me or people ganging up against me. But Spirit is saying, like, even if people are, none of that matters. None of that matters. All that matters is that you go inside and that you remember that you have the key. You are in control of your life and of your fate and of your destiny, not anyone else. So it doesn't matter, they can talk shit for 1,000 years. They can do 1,000 spells. They can gang stalk. They can whatever, right? But at the end of the day, your peace and your serenity lies within yourself and with a change of perspective. And Spirit says they understand you're human. Everybody gets tired. Everybody gets like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I really wish it would stop or something like that, you know. But there's something here about reminding you that you hold the key. You hold the power. Like, you have the power within yourself to allow this tower to fall, to allow whatever it is that you don't want to see, finally allow yourself to see it and say, that's it, I'm done. That's it, I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm done with this behavior. I'm done with allowing this behavior. I'm done with making these choices. I'm done with not doing what's best for me, or I'm done with, you know, continuing to allow people that do me harm or don't mean good things to me to be in my life or have a space in my life or mean something to me. The deeper than that, like, it is, as I have the key, I have the power, I have the control to take it back in my life. And whenever I'm ready, I can use that key and unlock myself, but I have to come to that realization first. And Spirit is saying, you have the key to get yourself out of this hangman energy, but it will only come from going inside, hermit mode, figuring out what it is. And they don't want me to go into much detail about what it is because ops are watching. But not to create chaos or anything, but like, you know, it's for you to do. It's for you to do, and for you to find out. It's for you to make that spirit journey. It's not for me to tell you, oh yes, go inside and make that spirit journey, because it's gonna lead you to this, which is gonna lead you to that, which is gonna lead you to this solution. This is about your faith, right? The Spirit talked about that earlier, about your faith and understanding that your spirit guides are gonna guide you to where you need to be. And the chaos and confusion, yeah, is only being caused by your indecisiveness and your lack of trust. So if it's about getting help with your trust issues, get help with your trust issues. If it's about getting help with your self-sabotaging ways, if it's about moving away from your family, if it's about getting out of that toxic relationship, getting away from that toxic job, whatever it is, ending self-destructive, self-soothing behaviors, whatever it is. How your survival instincts kick in, and you start over analyzing and you start running in your mind, and you've been taught your whole life like, oh, I have to think about this and I have to think about it. No. Judgment. Spirit says they want you to be a little bit more free and a little bit more just kind of la-di-da about it, because it slows down the flow. When you're so worried about the details and you're so worried about, oh, am I making the right choice? Is this the highest vibrational choice? Will I go down in vibration if I do this or if I do that? What if I talk to this person? Is it going to take me off my path if I do, like... Yeah, it's something about like following the music of your soul, or following what you're really being guided to do, and to allow yourself to really remove yourself from that comfort zone. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Because when you sever this cord here, one door will close and a new one will open. And there's going to be so much healing here. And there's something here too about coming in out of the cold, like the door that will open, right? Instead of having closed doors shut on your face so you're out in the cold, there are open doors in front of you. Spirit said this is about you becoming like a wayfinder, like a person who can see which path is right for them, which door is right for them. Developing these skills, developing all kind of interesting things. Yeah. This is part 3 of Pentacles. This is part of your Akashic records, I'm hearing. But again, keep getting that energy. Look, again, where there's the 3 people here. There's 2 people actually working. And then there's 1 person back here in the back. I just keep get this energy of like there's somebody that wants a free ride. Like you want a free ride. Like you want to. Oh, I just noticed that. Is that out here? Is that page? Is that Ace of Cups still out here? I know I had it earlier. No. Yeah. So see here. See the 3 pentacles here? Right? So a blue one, a red one, and a gold one. Right? A red one. Or sorry, not. A gold one, a red one, and a blue one. Something here very significant about that. I'm hearing 2 become 3. I don't know what that means. 2 become 3. Yeah, there could be people out there looking for you. With this 4, right? 4 of Wands. 3. An Ace of Pentacles, an Ace of Swords, and a Ace of Wands are looking for an Ace of Cups. Could be something here about calling the 4 corners, creating like a full coven or a full tribe or a full like circle around. Interesting. Right, and you're coming out here as the King, Queen of Cups, right? And what they're needing is the Ace of Cups, right? To complete, to make the 4 elements of the Magician. Yeah. Yeah. 5 of Swords. There's chaos here, or there's confusion here. Nine of Wands and the High Priestess. Someone here could feel like they were given a lot of like tasks, or they were meant to go through a lot, like in the spirit realm, or in the in the ethers. There's something here about somebody doing a lot more work in the ethers than they're doing like in the 3D. And so to people with unawakened eyes, this person would look like that, right? Would be like what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, you don't look like a goddess. You don't look like an empress. You don't look like what the TV or what Instagram or what so-and-so, the manufactured version of what a goddess looks like, of what an empress looks like. You don't look like that. Or maybe their 3D life doesn't show the extent of their gifts or their powers or their heaviness that they hold in the spirit world. Maybe they were born into a very humble channel, or very humble body, or very humble beginnings, or like a very humble surrounding. Yeah, but I'm hearing that the brightest stars show in the darkest night. So there's something here about somebody really having to like get it out the gutter, like really having to like overcome a lot of generational trauma or something, to where a lot of people might look at this person and think, excuse me, I'm hearing like late bloomer, or like slow to grow, or just like not worth the investment. It's like, oh no, If this person had been meant to be an empress, they would have been an empress when they were in their prime of their youth. There's no way that somebody can be reborn an empress at 60, at 30, at 50, you know? How's this person going to be reborn as an empress when they've already had 2 divorces and they have 3 kids and they have all this life already? How they're just going to have a brand new reborn life and be an empress now? Or, you had this sordid past, or you did this or you did that. How can you be an empress now? Look at what you were. There's no possible way that you could actually be a goddess, that you could actually be an empress, that you could be that energy. There's no possible way. Like, if you were empress, you again with this, like, you wouldn't have bad skin, you would have a better credit score, you would have this, you would have that. There's something here about somebody feeling like the life of a chosen one should just be easy peasy. Like, you wouldn't be struggling or you wouldn't be broke if you were really one of God's chosen one. Like, you'd be rich with with a big mansion and a big car and perfect skin and a perfect body and like a personal trainer living in the Hollywood Hills. Like, if you were really tapped in, you'd be living like that. And it's some kind of like twisted, like, no, like some people are fated to be doing stuff like that, and then some people, are fated to be extremely powerful but have nothing in the 3D. Like, everybody's journey looks very differently, and there's something here about how you stand up against the paradigm, the thought process that you're supposed to have all of this and all of that, and you're supposed to look this way and act that way, and you're supposed to have been squeaky clean with not a single spot of dirt on you for your whole entire life. And no, but there's something here about your authenticity of, I've fucking been there. I've been laying down on the floor broke, counting out pennies. I've been there, being in an abusive relationship. I've been there being the third party between a married. I've been there. I know what it feels like to be low and then to tell myself, F this. I'm not going to be this person anymore. I'm going to care about myself more and claw my way out of that shit. There's something here about that story, that underdog story, or that, like, no, like, I know exactly what it feels like because I've been there. I know exactly what it feels like. I lived through it. I took myself out of the gutter. I took myself away from my promiscuity, or from the throes of the devil, or from my addictions, or from my codependency. I did. No, I'm not squeaky clean. I've been down off in the fucking mud. Which is how I know you can go from being down in the fucking mud to where I am now. You can choose to do better for your life, and you don't have to live with this hood of shame around you because of your past, because of who you used to be. If you've legitimately put in the work to change yourself, and it takes time, you know, sometimes it's little bits at a time. Sometimes it's big chunks at a time. Healing's not linear. Healing takes time. Sometimes you can feel like you're done healing something and it can come back around in a different way from a different person, and you have another spot of it to heal. You might not be squeaky clean. You might not be perfect. You might not be cookie cutter, Instagram filter worthy, blah, 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 blah. Shaped like an hourglass, body, perfect skin, perfect teeth, everything that whoever it is thinks you should be. But you are exactly who you are supposed to be. You have been through exactly what you were supposed to go through to make you the person that you are. I mean, they can't stand in your place because they haven't walked through what they walked through. Or even if they do, they're bringing from a different perspective. They're bringing it from a different perspective, and that's okay. There's this big energy of comparison, like, it's insecurity. It's insecurity. It's a deep insecurity here of, like, how dare you get it out the mud, or how dare you look at your past, look at your credit score, look at your body, look at your teeth, look at the way you speak. Like, there's no possible way that you could be on my level. Look at your age, or look at where you're from, or look at your ethnicity, or look at this person has been eaten away too much. Emperor. This person likes control. You don't look like, you don't talk like what I have been told is an empress. Because this person compromised their authenticity, excuse me. Right? So this person sold out. This person got the surgery. This person puts on the makeup. This person acts the plays the part, writes this, reads the written script. That's them. And they're mad that you're making it, or that you're getting recognition, or you have the audacity to think that you can shine, or that you can make it, not having to make the compromises that they have made it, because they have had to tell themselves that every compromise they have made has been mandatory. Like, you can't make it if you don't do this. You can't make it if you don't say this, or if you don't act this way. You'll never make it in the industry, or you'll never make it in the world if you don't act like this. That's the lie that this person was fed. That's the lie that they believed. That's the lie they told themselves. Now, I don't want anybody to think I'm shaming them for putting on makeup, because obviously I like to put on makeup from time to time. I'm not shaming anybody for getting any kind of surgeries or for anything. If you're doing it because you want it, and it's coming from a place of making yourself feel better, or you just feel okay, fine. But this person did not want to do these things. They did not want to say these things. They did not want to date those people. They did not want to look this way, act that way, give up this, give up that, act like this. But they were told these sacrifices were mandatory. And here you are, or here you're going to be succeeding, not making any of those compromises. And it is shattering this person's ego. It's shattering this person's, like, no, this is the way of the world. And surprise, no, that's the way of your world, because that's the world that you made for yourself. I don't have to live by those rules. And that really burns this person up. They don't want to hear this. They don't want to accept it. They don't want to see it. Exactly. Ugh. This person's energy is nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. The moon. They hide. See how they hide? They're like, I'm a panther, you're just a cat. How can you compare it to me? This person is a shadow. Well, that's not the truth of who they really are. They're the shadow up here, like, how could you compare to me when all they see is a cat, but really you're the full ass deal. You're the full ass jaguar. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see the truth of who you are, because your truth, like, directly, it's like your truth directly challenges everything that they stand for, or everything that they've put out there to the world, all the sacrifices that they're making. Like, you standing in this truth crushes this person, because they're just like, it's not fair. But this person doesn't want to take accountability for the fact that they could have not compromised. And even if they were lied to and they were told, you have to compromise, you have to be this thing, you can't be that, you will be. Yeah, that's right. You will be. Yeah. But you just need to look at this little cat in the little sidecar with his little scarf and his little. Look at that. It's got his little goggles on. He's ready to go. Look at you, big boy. Oh my God. That's so funny. Yeah, ready to go. Let's go. But it's about making that choice, and saying, I don't care that I fly at adversity. I don't care that I walk off the beaten path. I don't care if everybody tells me, oh, you can only make money doing this thing. There's no way you can make money doing that. Or there's no way that taking yourself down this completely different path. There's no way that people are actually going to like that. There's no way that people are going to click on that. There's no way people are going to buy stuff that looks like that or does that. Like, who cares about that idea? Like, you're being given a really fruitful idea, and Spirit is saying, hey, you need to take this opportunity. You need to take this opportunity and look how the devil is sitting here like, you could get this or you could get that. And look how these cats are like, don't take it. Don't do it. Stay here on this bench and stay in your comfort zone. Not seeing that behind, and on the devil card, behind those people, there is a volcano about to explode, right? And they're not seeing the danger of that because they're stuck here listening to this stupid little speech right here that the devil's making. Sorry. Is there anything else? You know the truth. Use your powers of discernment. Put up your boundaries. Please don't allow people to make you... No. Please don't allow people to cross your boundaries. Please don't compromise your boundaries to make other people feel more comfortable. Please don't tell yourself that just because you don't fit into the standard or you don't fit into what everybody